So boys, welcome back to Big Bike BMX. I just got a package delivered downstairs from Powers BMX, and this is a pretty cool story. These are some cranks that I bought this weekend. I'm psyched about them. They are the Profile Galaxy Rust Elite AL cranks. And shout out to Christopher Bullock for sending me a link to these because he knows that I'm a fan of Galaxy Rust. From Profile, I just like that colorway. I'll show you if you don't know what I'm talking about. Sent me a link on Instagram on, I think, Saturday. Stickers. Let's go. Let's go. Powers, man. Danny at Powers, dude. Hooked it up. Powers sticker. These are kind of Powers. Presidential seal. That one again. Pretty cool. What is this? Is cool. GT-ish. Powers. Oh, that's kind of cool, man. Powers. Oh, keeping this one. Look at that. Danny signed it. That is sick. I'm setting that one aside. I'm gonna keep that. And that one's also pretty cool. All right, so that's done. That's the stickers. Chris sent me a link. I was like, "There's no way these are available," and he's like, "Dude, look," and sure enough, man, they were available. This is the last pair. They are Elite AL crankset. They are 175. Where's that at? Somewhere along there. I can't read. It's backwards, you guys. 70, 175, somewhere right there. 75 BMX Galaxy Rust Elite AL cranks. Let's take a look. All right, right inside pedal washers, and these are for to secure the crank arm to the to the spider. Guys, I'm so psyched about this. Had them set up weird. All right, bang, crank arm number one. I'll go down and put these on in a minute, but show you how these work. I think these are just the crank arms too. Yeah, there's no spindle. So you already had to have the spindle, the spider, all that stuff. So there you go. That's Galaxy Rust. It has lots of different colors all throughout. Kind of cool. Very pink on the back. I like that. Very, very cool. This one looks like it sat like in a, this one looks like it sat in the anodizing bin or whatever. I don't know how that stuff works, you guys. I've watched a couple anodizing videos. This one looks like it sat in there for a little bit too long right there. It's just lots of blue, some yellow over here, some pink, some blue there, some blue. Very cool. How are they going to look pedaling? Very cool. All right. So I'm going to go slap these on the bike. It takes minutes to do this. So I will head down there and you can join me in putting on my new Profile cranks. Huge shout out to Christopher Bullock for making this possible because he sent it to me, and for Danny for boxing this up. And I called the shop literally right after I bought to make sure it went through, and he's like, "Yeah, dude." So Powers BMX is a great shop. They are very active on the BMX forums online on Facebook, so you can find them there. But I usually use, I love local bike shops. Powers has a lot of stuff. They have probably one of the most epic museums on the planet. It's legendary. So if you're close to them, make sure you stop by and check out the Powers BMX Museum because they have everything, including the first S&M frame. Pretty wild. 001. Check it out. All right, let's go put these on my bike. Now I'm excited about these cranks because I already have some Galaxy Rust hubs on the front and on the back. They look pretty cool with the gold spokes here. It kind of matches this gold look here. So I'm starting to put a little bit more gold on the bike here. Got the gold Evil Alloy sticker. So I'm excited to try and change up the colors a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to take off pedals first, because this is something that I always struggled with until I learned this one little trick. So pull the bike down real quick. All right, so I've got my handy dandy pedal wrench signed by my buddy Sean. Now, if you have your crank arms on correctly, all you have to do, I do this before I start taking the cranks off, but you find the wrench and you bring it towards you. So for me, that's gonna go backwards, right? So this gives me a little bit more, that was a little bit loose already, so that's cool. But this gives me a little bit more leverage on pulling the cranks off. All right, this one will be easier to tell that I'm pulling up towards me, pushing down. Ooh, there it goes. All right. Now, that is an easy way to always get your pedals off easy, no matter how hard they are stuck in your cranks. All right. Very important to see the pedal washer here. I'm going to leave this on because I'm going to use the same pedals again. Now I'm going to come over here to this side, do the same thing, pull back towards me. It's already pretty loose. There we go. Make sure that pedal washer is still on there. Now I got to take the chain off. And all I'm going to do is loosen these so I can push it forward enough to get the chain loose. Roll that chain off of the old cranks. There we go. Now it's just easy. Take the drive side off. All right, drive side. Pull this 1 millimeter spacer, and then there should be a 1 millimeter on the other side. So this is the spacer for the right side. So I'm going to set it on the right side of my desk. All right. This one has a 1 millimeter spacer in the rubber end cap on the left side. So I'm going to set that right side, left side so I don't get that mixed up. I think it's this one. Loosen that. Back it off on the spindle. All right, done. So this is the left-hand side, which is this side here. All right. Next up, this one's a little bit more difficult. All right, I also got to remove these. Cool. T20. And I'm just loosening them kind of in a bit of a pattern so that they all kind of get loose at the same rate. But when I tighten, I do it in a star pattern. It's more important. I'll take them out in a star pattern so you can see what I'm talking about. These things are greasy, you guys. I thought I could cheat. All right, I'll just pop that off. We are done with this. I'm going to set this over here. And I'm going to do a very quick degreasing. Gnarly. Gnarly. Okay. All right. So, spider, this is crank up. So I will follow your lead. All right, this has to be 4 nanometers, so this one.
Do you want to go back to 1.5?
No.
Or 0.5?
No. Okay, 4 nanometers there. So that's the torque. Profile suggests for this is a 4. So I'm going to go to where it's just snug and stop, and then I'll torque the rest down. You can see I'm just going in a star pattern around the spider. There, 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 and then I'll go over here. So it adds equal tension to all sides. And I'll do one over here. All right, and the last two, we're just going to finish this star pattern here and then there. All right, and now that I've already set it to 4, I can now just tighten it up. And I'll hear a click, and that's when I know It's at the right tension. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah, okay. Now I've got all those on. Drop my chain ring. Which one's cleaner? That side looks cleaner, so I'll shelf it right there. Same thing, I'm just going to get it tight, finger tight on the bolt, but not too tight that I can't get it lined up the way I want it. There's two. Same thing, I'm tightening in a star pattern going around. Ready to go. There we go. Going to add another spacer on this side because when I checked just now it still had some play. So we're going to push that spacer down on the axle. Going to grab a 1mm spacer. All right, rubber first, then this one, and then that one. Okay. Okay, so now the cranks are on there completely solid, but if you can see they move back and forth. If you look right here, there's a wheel right here. And what I can do is I can unscrew that wheel right there. So it gets rid of all the play in my cranks. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is tighten that bolt down, and we are done with the crank install, and then we just do the pedals and go have fun on our bikes. All right. Go, chains on. Pedal. This one, I don't know if it says L. Yeah, there's a little bit of an L there, but you can see there's a line right there. That designates that as a left side. And you're good. And we're going to thank our future selves for greasing the spindle on the pedal. Anyone that works on our bikes in the future is going to be thankful for that. And remember, we pulled back. It's now to put it on, you always thread forward. All right, that one's threaded. Got the bolt, or got the washer still. Greasing. Threading forward on the right side. The right side spindle usually does not have any kind of marking on it, or it'll say R. And I'm just going to get these started so that I can set the rear wheel, and then I can tighten everything up. All right. Okay. And now we're going to push forward on our pedals, rotate forward to screw them in. All right, boys. That's how you swap cranks. Now I've got the Galaxy Rest cranks, hubs, and hub in the back. I like the way this is looking. Not sure what we'll update next, but stay tuned. Go ride your bikes. All right, guys, that's it. There is the bike with the cranks. There you go. That is the beautiful side, the drive side. Lots of good color in there. They look cool from the top. Very, very cool look and feel. This side is the ugly side, I'll be honest with you. Got a blue stripe. Some splatter there, looks really cool. With that line, and then that harsh line right there, and the harsh line right there. I don't know, man. I think these were anodized at 5 o'clock on a Friday. But here's the thing, man. Do I love this side? I don't. Do I care that much? I also don't. When you buy Galaxy Rest, it's like a gamble. You get what you get when it comes to the way the colors are going to look. Enjoy the ride. It's just a bike part. But I could see where some people would be like, yeah, it's unacceptable. For me, if I'm going to be honest, this is going to be wiped off within a couple years anyway from pedaling. So it doesn't really matter to me that much. I like the vibe. Makes the bike fun. So there you go. Have fun, guys. Ride your bikes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Galaxy Rust cool? Or is it an abomination? Let me know.